It's a big year for Texas A&M, only because you need to build upon some momentum towards the end of the year. You also need to find a way to improve upon a 5-7 record. When you look at the talent they have returning and the 10 guys we'll talk about today, it's easy to see why this team should be better this year. We'll start with Adrian Cooper. The linebacker comes in at 6'3", 230 pounds. And this defense, the front seven specifically, should be loaded. It should be one of the best groups in the SEC, maybe one of the best groups in college football. And Adrian Cooper is just one of those players that helps in that regard. Had a big year last year, 61 tackles, 8 tackles for loss. And this defense could be one of the better groups, like I said. You just need to find a way to maybe kind of find some balance because this is a group that finished 123rd defending the run, first in defending the pass. So finding a way to balance that out, the front seven should help in that regard quite a bit, and stopping the run should be much easier this year. Renee Smith decides to come back, and that was kind of a surprise, but it was a welcome surprise. And now you have a proven playmaker, a veteran playmaker in this offense, an offense that is hoping to take a step forward in 2023. He also will help as a returner as well. You get that speed and space. Finding ways to get him the football will be huge. It's just a matter of touches. Touches will probably come at a premium this year because of the talent they have returning, but you're going to help a quarterback like Conor Wegman. Now, I'm really high on Conor Wegman, maybe more than a lot of people. It's just a matter of, is Jimbo Fisher truly going to let Bobby Petrino run the offense? Will that happen, or is it still going to be a rigid, very slow, outdated type of offense? Because Conor Wegman has the ability to be an explosive weapon. He just needs to be in Petrino's system, not Jimbo's system. Jimbo's system needs to be never used again. They need to move on and get with the times. And if they do that, Conor Wegman will have one of the better years that you'll see in college football. He'll have a breakout year, and Texas A&M will be in good hands if he is able to do that. If they put him in a successful position, it's up to the coaching staff how good Conor Wegman can be. The defense, like we mentioned, is going to be extremely talented. McKinley Jackson is back, 6'2", 325 pounds, and he's a veteran that can get this younger group that's behind him up to speed to create some good depth. 37 tackles, 7 tackles for loss. He is a big body up the middle that can help stop the run, that can help get after the quarterback. And I really like what this group can do. It's just a matter of getting everybody up to speed, finding that depth, and finding that balance to be a more complete unit. An underrated talent that they added from the transfer portal from North Carolina is Tony Grimes. Now, Tony Grimes, as a freshman, was one of the best cornerbacks in college football. Kind of fell off a little bit over the last couple of years, and now he's hoping to rediscover that magic that he had as a freshman. And if he does, you're looking at someone who could be a first round talent. You're looking at a player who has all SEC talent, all American talent. It's just a matter of putting that all together. And if freshman Tony Grimes is back, this passing attack will once again be very tough to pass on. It would be very tough to beat. And that's because the secondary will be good, but also because this defensive line takes a step forward as well. Fidel Diggs is back, 6'5", 260 pounds, a player who I think could have a breakout year. Last year, 5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, a good playmaker for this defense, a player that can do a lot of things for that group, and a player that has the potential to take this group to new heights. Again, there's so much talent to utilize. It's almost a crime if they're not able to take that step forward. Another group that's really talented is the pass catchers, the wide receiver position. Specifically, Evan Stewart is one of those players that could have a big year. Again, this really depends on what the coaching staff does. It depends on what Jimbo decides. If he can swallow his pride and say, yes, let's go with Petrino, Evan Stewart's in for a big year. 649 yards last year, 2 touchdowns, and I think he's just getting started. He was as a freshman, and I think he has a bright future. And it's just a matter of, again, what does that offense look like? What is this offense going to give these pass catchers? Moose Muhammad is another player. Pedigree for him is working in his favor. 610 yards, 4 touchdowns, and another player who could have a breakout season. It just depends on what this offense looks like and how they're able to adapt to that new scheme, that new system. But I like what this talented group can do. I like what the passing attack has the potential to do this year. It's just a matter of a certain couple things, minor little changes and tweaks and expectations that could take them to new heights. A player that to me is still flying under the radar at his position is Imani Richardson, a natural playmaker, a veteran playmaker, someone who at times is a clutch playmaker for this team and someone who doesn't get the recognition he deserves. He will get that this year. 245 tackles for his career, 12 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, good speed in the secondary. And again, there's a big reason why Texas A&M was one of the better pass defenses in college football. So Imani Richardson is just another name to keep an eye on. And player to me that has the potential to be one of the best players in college football is Shemar Turner. Now, his stats don't really jump out at you, so that's something that won't exactly get you excited. But Shemar Turner is a big time playmaker. 6'4", 290 pounds, someone who is very disruptive when he's playing at his best, and someone who has the ability to take his talents to another level. So we'll see what he can do. This is a front seven that I think has a lot of potential, a lot of talent, and I'm really excited to see what they do. The offense obviously needs to take a step forward. They just need to get with the times, plain and simple. And if they're able to do that, I like what Texas A&M can do. They'll be a surprise of the SEC West, just of the SEC in general. And it'll be interesting to see how high they can reach, because when you recruit at the level that they've been recruiting, it's just a matter of putting it together on the field. And Texas A&M has the talent to do that. It's just a matter of, can the coaching staff figure things out and put their guys in more successful positions this year?